Good morning, everyone. It is day 50, I believe. I say that every morning because I'm never sure. Here's the hut I stayed in last night. Glad I stayed in one. I won't stay in another. It's not worth it. It's easier, less complicated, just to stay in your tent. For the day hikers that are out here, they're loving it because most of them couldn't handle sleeping in a tent. But or at least would have a difficult time sleeping in a tent. Wow. Yeah, this is my morning. I get to climb up this. Yeah, I'm looking straight up at the sun, folks. And that sun's a bear trying to climb up this mountain. But this is, I'm telling you, man, this is straight freaking up. This is crazy. Probably not 100% straight, but it's about as close to you're gonna get and still be able to climb it without a rope. Pretty wild. All right, I'm gonna put this away and keep on struggling. All right, I am on top of Mount Madison. I'm gonna go slowly so nobody gets dizzy. But this is my view from up here. Just so you know, that's where I'm going, that ridge line. Going all the way down. Nothing but freaking rocks, man. Rocks, rocks, and more rocks. These suckers, man, if they look hard to walk on, it's because they are hard to walk on. That's the whole thing, folks. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm 7/10 of a mile in. Yeah. 7/10 of a mile feels like 10 miles. That's not true. But it sure does feel like a lot longer than 7/10 of a mile. Today is going to be an interesting day because it's hot out here. We are just now getting the heat wave. Of course, my videos are 5, 6, 7, 8 days away from reality. But you guys are in the midst of a heat wave, which is just getting to us. Yeah. All right, I got some people coming, so I'm going to put this up. All right, so I just came off of that mountain. You can see the trail coming down, back up to here, and then along the ridge line. I believe what you see at the very bottom down there. Yeah, those buildings you see at the very bottom, that's where I'm going today. I got a horsefly coming after me. Yeah, it ain't gonna work, buddy. All right. A little over 3 miles into the day. Kind of sidetracked. I'm hiking with another hiker, and we both missed the sign. So we ended up hiking probably close to 2 miles that we didn't need to hike. We had to backtrack. So all told, about an extra 2 miles. So, beautiful stream. Get our water here, and then head back down the mountain. See you in a bit. Nice little suspension bridge. Look at this. How beautiful is that? That's awful nice. Kind of bouncing my way across this bridge. So I'm about 6.5 miles into the trail. And a few miles ago, I ran into section hiker named Bean, Janet, trail name Bean, or nickname Bean. And we've been hiking together for a while. And she originally started out to go up to where I started from this morning. And when I met her on the trail, she asked me what the conditions were, and I said, it's hot. At the time, it was like 84 where we were at. And I told her that it was about 10 degrees hotter once you got above the tree line. And I was not exaggerating. It was hot. The minute you get above that tree line, the temperature just soared, because these mountains just absorb that heat from the sun and makes it that much hotter. Doggone these rocks. You can hear the thunder in the background. It's trying to try to rain on us. So this is probably going to be the last video clip I do before I get to the bottom. Anyways, well, yeah, look, there's a blaze. Trust me, it was not put there by the AMC. Anyways, so she decided that she was not going to hike up into that rock field that I hiked this morning coming down with that kind of heat. That's going to be dangerous. And so we've been hiking back down the mountain together for the last few hours. God, I'm almost embarrassed to say we were talking so much that we got to a point. There's so many trails up here that intersect one another, and we just missed the sign and took the wrong trail. And we probably hiked close to a mile down that trail before we realized we were on the wrong trail. So we had to turn around and come back up. And so that's 2 extra miles that I did today. Hang on a second. All right, sorry about that. And that was coming back. That extra mile was hard because it was uphill. And we were technically in a downhill section of the trail. Or at least not a steep uphill. Anyways, we got back. We did fine. We're rolling along pretty good now. We finally hit a section of the trail that's look, it's a trail. It actually looks like a trail. There's some rocks, but not too bad. Old Jackson Road, yeah, we missed one of those signs that said AT, and we went the wrong way. It is what it is. You know, what are you gonna do? These piss poor signs, they just, there was no blazes, absolutely 0 blazes. And actually it doesn't matter. We ended up doing 2 extra miles. So as it stands, I've got probably 1 mile and 2/10 to get to Pinkham Notch, where the AMC has a welcome center. I'm going there to be picked up by my hostel. I'm going to stay in the hostel at least 2 nights. My body's beat up, folks. I'm going to tell you. There was once up in the rock field this morning that I sprained my ankle. Sprained it pretty bad. I've walked it off now, and I'm not even limping. That's just crazy to me. But you got to keep going. It's not like you can stop and have somebody come help you down. Doesn't work that way. So I kept going. I'm sure to be swollen tonight. There was another time coming down a rock that I slid down the rock, and my left leg got hooked underneath me, and it really bent my knee at an awkward angle. And I felt something give a little bit. Since my ACL surgery way back in the 80s, I've never had solid range of motion in my knee, and I'm pretty sure I broke a piece of scar tissue. Either that or I tore a little bit more of my meniscus. Either way, I'm still going. I got no choice. I got to go. Every now and again, well, I'm actually not even every now and again, about every 5th step, I feel something, a little popping in my knee. So we'll see. I mean, I'm walking fine. I'm not limping. Seems to be doing okay. So I just got to keep going. Since then, I have fallen twice. Not bragging, not something to brag about, but I have fallen twice. And I'm not hurt in any way. My ankle's a little sore from spraining it. My knee's a little sore from whatever I did there. But my 2 falls, no big deal. And one of them, I'm not even sure could be called a fall, but it is what it is. It's been a tricky day. And so I'm happy I've got about a mile to go, a little more than a mile to go. And if the trail stays like this, I can hustle and get there pretty quick. Bean is up ahead of me. Yeah, she was supposed to stay the night at Madison Hut where I stayed last night. And, because of the heat, there's no way you can hike up there. That would have been close to 100 degrees going across that mountain. That's just crazy. You don't do that. So anyway, she's hopefully going to get a refund from AMC. We'll find out when she gets down here. I'm going to stay in my hostel. I'm going to take a 0 tomorrow just to rest my body because, man, this last week and a half, ever since I hit Mount Moose Lock, it's just been brutal. There's no way I can tell you guys how rough it's been out here. These mountains are no joke. I've had probably 2 or 3 of the most physically demanding days I've ever had in my life over the last week and a half or so. So, I know I haven't taken a lot of video clips today. Part of it is because it's just been too difficult. I've tried to take a few pictures here and there, but honestly, since I've been hiking with Bean, we've been too busy talking, just chatting away. About this, about that. Anyways. All right, I'm just going to let y'all enjoy the trail for a few minutes. I'll hold this thing up as long as I can because other than that, it's going to be a very short video. So I'm going to put on the speed and try to catch up to Bean. It's getting very overcast. The thunder stopped, but I keep thinking that rain's going to hit us any moment. And I got to be careful because it's hard to see the trail. It's very dark. And that's how I've fallen twice. I've hit a rock into a root that I just didn't see. And Bean just did that a few minutes ago. She hit a root. I'm sorry, she hit a rock and she just went down on her butt. It is what it is. All right, I shut up now. Getting a little rocky. Let's see if I can get through here without not being too dangerous. It's not so bad if you've got these big ones because you can step on the top of them and just keep going. It's when you've got the big ones and then the little ones like this, and then, if they're all flat, you can just run across the tops of the rocks. But other than that, you got to be careful because it'll put you on your butt real quick. All right, we're getting to a steeper area here. I'm going to put this away. Talk to y'all. Hey, everybody. I made it to the hostel. It's called the Libby House, as you can see in the background. And it's pretty cool. They've got a bed and breakfast here in the main house. And then the garage section over here is where the hostel is. And I take you in there and show you what's going on in there, but there's too many people and I just don't want to invade their privacy. But you walk in the door and there's a small kitchen area, full kitchen, stove, it's got everything. There's a washer and dryer in there, coin operated. And if you stay here more than one day, they give you the laundry for free, which I got. But There's 2 beds downstairs. They're 2 twin beds, and they're curtained off, so you've got a little bit of privacy there. And then upstairs, I think there's like 8 or 9 or 10 queen-size beds that are just lined up in a bunk room style. I don't know how many people we have staying here tonight. It's probably around 10. Not 100% sure, but everybody's in there having dinner. I just finished my dinner. I just had a sub sandwich. But listen, the day was hard. It was harder than it needed to be because we screwed up. I missed a sign and ended up having to walk 2 extra miles that I did not want to walk. My ankle that I sprained, that I really twisted hard, it's fine. My knee, it's swollen, and because of the swelling, my range of motion is not what it should be, and I'm still hearing a little. I'm hearing a little crunching in my knee. So, yeah, I don't know what I've done, but it doesn't matter. That's not going to stop me from going on. The weirdest thing is, though, is that my left ankle, the one that I didn't sprain, it's all swollen. So the only thing I can think of is that in one of my falls, I injured it and just didn't realize that I injured it. So I'm going to be here tonight, and I'm going to take a 0 tomorrow just to kind of listen, I'm telling you, man, my body is beat. Other than the injuries that I've got from today, my body is tired. I have no doubt that I'm in the end, I fell 3 times today. None of the falls were serious, although it could have been. And I think it's because I'm so tired. My body is just exhausted. Going through the whites, I hope it's reflected in the videos, but I'm telling you, it's hard. I mean, it is hard. Every step you can injure yourself or worse. And yeah, it's mountain climbing without a rope. So sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's just brutal. But I'm out here on the street and the car's just pulling up. It's kind of beside me, so I'm sure I look kind of silly over here talking to my phone. But anyways, so I'm gonna stay here tonight, take a 0 tomorrow, and tomorrow I will make an assessment on my body to see if I'm ready to go on. If I need to stay here for 2 days, 3 days, for however long I need to stay here, I'm going to stay here until my body is ready. But what I've got coming up next, it's still part of the Whites, but it's called the Wildcat section, the Wildcat Mountains, and it's even more brutal than what we just came through. So the Wildcat section is just short of a 20-mile section of trail, and it has some of the steepest climbs and the steepest declines that you'll see. If you're not 100%, you're taking a huge risk, and I'm not going to do that. So, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's raining here now too. So I'm not going to go onto that mountain if it's wet. It's just going to be too dangerous. Based on I haven't seen it. Based on what everybody here is telling me, the ones that have already done it, yeah, I'm just not going to play with it. I will stay here until my body is healthy and until it's dry, and it's just as simple as that. So whatever it takes. But anyways, listen, I hope you've enjoyed the last few videos. There's been some crazy stuff that I'm doing out here. It's wild. I think the average person would not want to do this, but I'm not the average person. Hang on a second, I've got some people coming up. All right, sorry about that. That was just some town folk walking up the sidewalk here. It's a really cool hostel here. I like it. Paul, the gentleman who runs it, he's just a good guy. He's no nonsense. He's going to tell you like it is, and but he runs a good operation here. Yeah, it's cool. Last night was hot. You guys have been in that heat wave down south for a few days now. It just hit us yesterday. Yesterday it was in the 90s. Today it's going to be in the 90s again. And so it's just, Anyways, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna quit babbling here and get back in there, and I'm got some strawberry ice cream that I'm gonna eat for dessert. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and talk to you later. Real quick, sorry, one other thing that I forgot to mention. You're gonna see a picture here at the end of me and another gentleman. The other gentleman is, and I can't remember if I talked about him or not. I met him a week or so ago. His name is Ethan. He's a gardener in Central Park in New York City. And I just think that's so fascinating. It's quite an interesting occupation. And the guy's just cool. He's so smart. Yeah, it's just, it's pretty cool. He reads books that I wouldn't even consider reading. He is an intellectual. My guess is he probably has some genius qualities in him, but he loves his job, and his ultimate goal is to get out of New York City and go somewhere where he can set up a dog rescue. He's just a good guy. Anyways, I'm hopeful that we can hike together over the next few days. We'll see. He wants to go ahead and take off tomorrow. I'm going to take a 0, but we'll see how it works out. You know, I caught him this time. Maybe I'll catch him again. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, Ethan is the gentleman that I took a picture with. So, all right. Now, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.